Good afternoon, future SLS Sharks. I'm Miss Ellis. I'm head of guidance at Stephen Lewis Secondary School, and I'm so excited to see you in September. I'm going to introduce you to all of the wonderful things that you have to look forward to here at Stephen Lewis in September.
We would like to begin this presentation with our land acknowledgement. We affirm that we are all treaty people and acknowledge that the York Region District School Board is located on the lands of two treaties. These treaties have been signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the First Nations of the Williams Treaties, who are the Mississaugas of Alderville, Curve Lake, Hiawatha, Scugog Island, and the Chippewa of Beau Soleil, Rama and Georgina Island, who is our closest neighbor and partner in education. To honor this agreement, we will take up our responsibility to be respectful of their traditions, knowledge, and inherent rights as sovereign nations. We will respect their relationship with these lands and recognize that our connection to this land is through the continued relationship with these First Nations, and we acknowledge our shared responsibility to respect and care for the land and waters for future generations. Stephen Lewis has a variety of ways for our Sharks to become involved in our student community. We have many clubs for students to join. Some of our clubs include Art Club, JOT, a business club, United Sharks, the GSA, Gender Sexuality Alliance, Run for a Club, Chess Club, and more. Sports teams are another way to become involved in student life. Fall sports include junior and senior co-ed tennis, senior rugby, junior and senior male volleyball, senior basketball, junior and senior soccer, cross country, and swimming. Spring teams include varsity soccer, flag football, baseball, slow pitch, rock climbing, and co-ed ultimate frisbee. The year is divided into 2 semesters. Students take 4 courses in each semester. Each course is 75 minutes long. Each semester runs for approximately 5 months. Grade 9 students have to take 6 compulsory courses and 2 elective courses. When students pass a course, they earn a credit. Each student needs 30 credits to earn their Ontario Secondary School Diploma. The compulsory grade 9 courses include English, math, science, geography, French, and health and physical education.
Okay, grade 8s, we want to welcome you to Stephen Lewis, and in welcoming you, we want to let you know a little bit about the English program that we offer here. So, why do we study English is something that is important to ask ourselves. And the answer to that is English is a skills based course in which students will learn how to develop their reading, writing, oral communication, and critical thinking skills. What will you learn in English while at Stephen Lewis? Well, you're going to learn to read, and more than just a novel. When we read, we learn to decode language, which is a real world skill that we can use to better understand the information we get through text in world. We write. Knowing how to best communicate your ideas in writing allows you to share them with other people in a way that they can understand. We speak and listen, hear and be heard. Learning how to use your voice to really be heard is an important skill. Knowing how to really hear what's going on with a friend or the most important message in a professor's lecture is an invaluable skill. We evaluate media from the news to Netflix to social media. What tasks can you expect to do next year in English? Well, you can expect to read and annotate both short and long fiction texts. You will write paragraphs and essays. You will create and evaluate pieces of media. You will perform a scene in front of an audience. This is what some of that will look like. So we have some media on the left there, some students performing a scene from Romeo and Juliet from the masked ball in the center, and then some posters on the elements of fiction, which coincides with our short story unit. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Hey, it's Mr. Cochran from the phys ed department at Stephen Lewis Secondary School. I'm just here to answer a couple of questions that we commonly get from grade 8 students. So first question we usually get is, what is the right course for me? Which course do I take? In grade 9, you don't really have many options, but there is one important distinction with the course codes that you're going to be seeing. It's mainly with the last number of the course code. So PPL 108 is for female students, and PPL 109 is for male students. So just pay really close attention to that when you're making your selections for next year, just to make sure that you get enrolled in the correct course. The next concern that we see with grade 8 students is, what if I'm not very athletic? What if I'm not very good at sports? Easy answer to that is that that's not a problem. Okay, we assess in a different way here. It's a participation-based course. We primarily look at your effort, your overall level of exertion. So how hard are you trying? We look at whether you're coming prepared for physical activity. So are you wearing your uniform? Are you coming with proper footwear, water, all those sorts of things. Your teamwork, we look at how you interact with your teammates and your classmates. Do you show respect for your teachers and your classmates? Cooperation, so are you helping set up and take down equipment and just getting along with everybody? And your overall perseverance. So if there's a unit that you don't particularly like or a sport that you're maybe not so good at, are you still trying your best? Are you still trying to kind of overcome those obstacles and work through it? What sports do we play? It's another common question that we get. So in a typical school year, we would do either touch or flag football, soccer, and ultimate frisbee. So those would usually be during the outdoor portion of the course, so in the fall or at the end of the year in the spring. We do basketball, volleyball, badminton. We usually have a CPR unit that we do. Normally, we would have an instructor, a guest instructor, come in to do that unit. We haven't been able to do that this year, but the hope is that we will be able to do that in the future. And then we have 2 units of health. In health, we talk about wellness, we talk about stress and stress coping, substance use, and sexuality. Okay, it's really important that you're taking phys ed. You need that physical activity. Being active is going to help your ability to think and concentrate, maintain focus in your other classes. It's going to help you grow at the rate that you should be growing at. Improves your sleep quality. Being regularly physically active. It helps your stress and anxiety levels, okay, which have been pretty high in students over the last few years, and it just benefits your overall mood and happiness. We take a wellness-centered approach, so it's not just about the physical side of things. We look at physical wellness, social wellness, and then your emotional and spiritual wellness. We look forward to seeing all of you next year. Thank you.
Hi, grade 8s, and welcome to Stephen Lewis Secondary School. We're looking forward to having you at our school next year. I am Mrs. Merwar. I am the department head of geography, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about our grade 9 geography classes here. Um, so it's important to take geography. It is a mandatory course in grade 9, and we think it's important for you to take geography because it helps you make sense of the world around you. We make it hands-on, we make it relevant to what's going on in the world today, and we try to make it as fun and engaging as possible. And we feel it will help you open up options for the future. There's so many more job options now that have a tie-in with geography, so we want to try to spark that interest and maybe open up some pathways for you in the future. And of course, it allows you to gain further appreciation for our Earth. So it is mandatory in grade 9, but we do hope you stay with us and you continue taking our courses in grade 11 and in grade 12. Just a quick overview of the units of study. There are 5 units that we cover. The first one looks at skills and development, geographic inquiry and skill development. The second unit looks at interactions in the physical environment, where we look at more of things like climate, mountains, where they are in Canada, why they are where they are. The third unit looks at resources and industries. The fourth unit looks at populations and how they're changing across Canada. And finally, our last unit is looking at livable communities, where we really take a look around us at the communities that we live in and critically think about how are they built in a way that's sustainable for us now and for the future. Just a couple of quick examples of kinds of assignments that we'll be doing. There's one platform that we use called Google My Maps. Here is an example of an activity we do where you look at the political and physical features of Canada. So we use this to highlight all of the different provinces and territories in Canada, and then we pin where the capital cities are located. We recognize where the major water bodies are, just to give you a good framework of where things are in Canada. It's important to know where the basics in terms of provinces, capital cities, to help build our framework for the course. Another way we use maps in our course is using ArcGIS. It's a really cool platform that we use where we are really able to analyze and look at maps and manipulate maps in different ways. So here's just another example of how we use ArcGIS to look at the physical and political features of Canada. And although both this and the Google My Maps show the same thing, it's just a different platform and different ways that we take it further. So just to give you a quick glance at some of the activities that we do at the beginning of our course. The Geography Department is looking forward to welcoming you in our classes in September 2022. Of course, if you have any questions, you can forward them to guidance. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Bonjour, mes amis. My name is Heather Aaron, and I'm one of the French teachers at Stephen Lewis. There are so many reasons to continue taking French through grade 12. You will be exposed to the beautiful French culture. You will listen to music. You will get to watch French films. And if you take French through grade 12, you will get a certificate upon graduation that lets your employers, colleges, universities know that you took the program through all 4 years. Now, one of our other goals, one of our many goals, is to prepare you to be a lifelong language learner. So since French is spoken on all continents, no matter where you travel, you'll be able to use your French skills as well as apply those skills to other languages. Do you want to work abroad or maybe work for a government agency? Your French skills will help you get that job and propel you towards success. Now, did you know that the government, both provincial and federal, provides opportunities for you to practice French while traveling overseas? Government also provides programs that will allow you to practice your French within Canada. There are many, many programs across the country. And lastly, there are even programs that, again, are sponsored by the government that will allow you to practice your French and get paid at the same time. So no matter what your reason is, these are just a few of the reasons to keep taking French through grade 12. And if you have any questions, any member of our French department will be happy to answer them for you. À bientôt!
Hi, grade 8. This is our grade 9 math team. This is a few of us over here. We're going to talk a little bit about the grade 9 course, starting with course topics, then we'll talk about some assessments and expectations, and some activities that you'll do in our So some course topics that we cover in the grade 9 course, we start with numeracy, so a lot of review from what you're doing in grade 8 right now. Then we move on to polynomials, so talking about exponents, talking about expressions, which leads us right into equations. So anybody who loves algebra, you'll really love that unit. Then we have a new unit in the grade 9 course, which is data. So we're going to talk about collecting data on a small scale and on a big scale. And then we go into lines, geometry and measurement, and also finance. And a new thing added to the grade 9 course this year, which a lot of you are familiar with, is coding. So we're going to learn how to code with Java on a program called Replit. I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Salvatore.
Hi guys, I'm Ms. Salvatore. I'm another one of the grade 9 math teachers. In terms of assessments, you can be expected to show your thinking on tests, on quizzes, on different projects. So right now we're just setting up a data collection project for our data unit. What's really cool this year is that we have those coding tasks that are designed for every unit. So you can show us what you know from elementary school, but we'll teach you a couple new things as well. And EQAO, which is at the end of the term, which don't worry, we'll prepare you for, but you've probably experienced EQAO before for your language and your math, but this year for grade 9, it'll just be math.
All right, hi, grade 8. I'm Ms. Pavin. I'm also one of the grade 9 math teachers. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the expectations that we have of you when you come into grade 9. So you will be having daily homework. It's important that you complete your homework every day to make sure you're on top of the material. Also make sure that you are having an organized binder to refer back to your lessons so you can prepare well for your tests and any assessments that you have. It's also important that you have a scientific calculator, so not just a regular calculator, but a scientific one that has all of the features that we're looking for when we look at grade 9 math units. And we have a lot of collaborative activities that we do in our classes. It's important that you get involved in our math club as well as to participate in extra help if you have any questions with the curriculum.
Hi, I'm Ms. Ventrella. So we do some fun activities. We try to make it as engaging as we can. We do some vertical classroom where we have you up on the whiteboards in the classroom. I've got a bunch of them here. And you work in teams and groups on some challenging questions. We just did some graph stations the other day, so you work in groups again. We do some activities for words to math. We also use some online programs like Knowledge Hook and Desmos. They're really good for using virtual manipulatives and showing your work. We do play some Kahoot quiz games as well. We have manipulatives. We even do a fun review relay at the end of every unit so that you can practice your skills before a test. And we also have Math Club.
I'm grade 8, so I'm Miss Martin, and we're going to do a fun math magic trick. So I want everybody participating, and for that you need a calculator. So in general class, we don't allow you to use your phone, but if right now you have your phone, you can have your phone for a calculator or any other one. I'm going to give you a moment to get ready. Okay, everybody has their calculator? Okay. Ms. Salvatore is going to do it with me. I'll also be on the board. So you need to pick any 3-digit number that you want. Okay, so we picked 1, 2, 3. Yours could be different, any 3-digit number. Okay, now you take that 3-digit number and you repeat it so that you will have a 6-digit number. So 1, 2, 3, we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 again. Everybody has that? Okay, now what are the chances that any random number divides by 7?
1 in 7.
Oh, try dividing your number by 7. Did it work? Okay. Now, what are the chances that any random number divides by 11? Okay, so take the number that you have and divide that by 11. Did it work? Okay, so now what are the chances that any random number divides by 13?
1 in 13.
Oh, so now take that number and try to divide that by 13. What do you get back?
Wow. The same number.
So now you have to think about why that works. Next year, when you come to school, try to find one of us and let us know why you think that works. Bye, everyone.
Welcome to Grade 9 Science.
The Science Department at Stephen Lewis is really excited to welcome you to science, where we believe in taking chances, making mistakes, and getting messy. The Science Department believes in fostering lifelong learning, where we get to explore by going on different excursions, collaborating with each other to learn and grow from one another, engaging with not only the content, but also with each other, again, fostering that sense of collaboration. We also believe in keeping a positive mindset, where it's okay to make mistakes, but learning how to grow and achieve from that.
So in Grade 9 Science, you'll have the luxury of studying chemistry, where you'll learn about the atoms, elements, and matter. You'll learn about biology, such as sustainable ecosystems. You will learn about physics, such as electricity. And you will learn about Earth and space, where you will study the universe. Mistakes are key to learning, and to help promote and foster your achievement and support achievement in Grade 9, teachers will offer extra help at various times of the day. This can be through peer tutoring, which is available through guidance after schools, where Grade 9 students get to work with senior level students, or teachers themselves can work directly with students either before school, at lunch, or after school. Stephen Lewis also offers a variety of clubs, contests, and opportunities to excel. We offer a space club for Grade 9 students. There are many contests and students can sign up for, as well as opportunities to excel, such as our famous Science Olympics. So thank you so much for listening to our presentation. We look forward to seeing you in September of 2022, and we can't wait to see you in September. Bye, and thanks for watching.
The Grade 9 elective courses are courses that students can choose from. Each student chooses two: computer tech, business tech, drama, music, individual and family living, exploring technology, visual arts, hairstyling, and aesthetics.
Hi, welcome to Visual Arts at Stephen Lewis. Here we like to dabble with all sorts of mediums, from charcoal to pen and ink to printmaking to architectural models, painting, along with sculpture and clay, pen and ink. We also have a great photography department who contributes regularly to the yearbook. So basically, we like to make stuff. If you like to make stuff, then think about all the great stuff you could make. Or maybe you like to play an instrument, like our friends over at Music. Just be creative.
Hello, incoming sharks. My name is Mr. Nadisty. I'm the head of business department here at Stephen Lewis. I have a question for you. Do you like computers? Do you like working with computers? Are you computer savvy? Well, if you are, I have an elective course that might be right up your alley for Grade 9. It is called Introduction to Business Technology. The course code is BTT 101, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you an overview on what you can expect. So this is very much a hands-on course, and basically we show you how business and technology work together, and we show you this through not only the content of the course, but also through the various programs and applications that you use. So as an example, in this Powtoon that I'm going to show you, students have learned about ergonomics, and basically what they have done is they apply what they have learned and show it in a different format rather than just a plain old report. So as you can see, student learned about some ergonomic information and applied it using this program called Powtoon. Then we get into the real sort of what I call the meat and potatoes of the course, which is basically business communications, right? So that's using Google Docs, Slides, and Sheets. The reason I say Microsoft is because I used Microsoft for years in industry, and it's still the industry standard, but we still continue on with Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides here. And a lot of the skills that they learn, that you will learn here, are transferable into the Microsoft world. So as an example, we'll show you a sample business letter that a student has put together. We teach you how to format, how to put together a properly formatted business letter. Again, important for sending out resumes, cover letters, that kind of thing for when you're going to be job hunting in the future. Then we show you Google Slides. Google Slides basically allows you to take data and put it into a chart format, and using formulas similar to what we do in Excel, they allow you to create these lovely looking documents. Again, this skill might be transferable, let's say, over into grade 12 data management, which is a math course that you might be doing. Then we will slide over into some other applications, such as Google Slides, how to put together a properly formatted slideshow, very sort of business-like. All right. We then also teach you how to do Canva. Now, Canva is an infographic program. Again, a lot of information can be put into a very concise area and shown graphically. I know I use it a lot in different business courses where instead of doing reports, I ask students to give me an infographic, and they love doing this sort of thing. The other one that I want to show you is finally that we use Wix. Wix is a business, it's a website system, software that allows you to create these very, very professional looking websites. And as we know, more businesses are moving towards using websites, online shopping, that kind of thing. So imagine how great you would be to your future employer if you could say, hey, I know how to do some website design. A couple of other nuggets to talk to you about with the course. Basically, again, it's very much hands-on. If you are quick with computers and you get it, all right, you can certainly work at your own pace. If you need a little bit of extra time on things, we'll give you that time as well. And I leave you with this last little golden nugget. There is no homework for this course, only because we like to see that you are very productive while in the classroom. So there you have it, folks. There's the course. It is again called Introduction to Business Technology. The course code is BTT101. I hope to see you, if not in this course, then in a future business course at Stephen Lewis. My name is Mr. Nadisty. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next year at SLSS. Swim, shark, swim.
Hi, my name is Mr. Del Bianco. I am the Department Head of Dramatic Arts here at Stephen Lewis Secondary School. If your son or daughter is considering taking drama coming into grade 9, we start with the fundamentals: voice, nonverbal communication, movement. We do improv, we get into scene creation, and the culmination is a monologue. The class consists of a lot of team building exercises and a lot of communication exercises. So if it's something to be interested in, maybe you want them to take grade 9 drama.
Welcome to the Family Studies Department at Stephen Lewis Secondary School. The Grade 9 Exploring Family Studies program focuses on the challenges faced by all people, how to meet basic needs, how to relate to others, how to manage resources, and how to become responsible members of society. Students will acquire knowledge and skills needed to make the transition to adulthood. Teachers will instruct students in developing interpersonal, decision-making, and practical skills related to daily life. Students will explore the functioning of families and the diversities found among families and within society. Our program models those values which all adolescents need to build a solid foundation for the future. As a department, we are all looking forward to seeing and working with our new grade 9s. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Sarapelia, and I'm the music teacher here at Stephen Lewis Secondary School. I'm just going to take a couple minutes of your time to explain to you some of the courses that we have available to your children should they decide to take music as an option in grade 9. The first course that we have available for your children is our instrumental program, whose course code is AMI 101. In this program, we teach your children how to play a concert band instrument. So any instrument that falls within the woodwind, brass, or percussion families. So an example of some of the instruments we do teach: flutes, clarinets, saxophones, trumpets, tubas, trombones, French horns, any type of percussion instrument, and bass. I get asked this question quite frequently: do we offer piano as an option in instrumental music? And the answer is no. Another question I get asked frequently: do we offer guitar as an option in our instrumental program? And the answer is also no, because we actually have a guitar program that starts in grade 10. Alrighty. Other questions that I get: does my child have to know an instrument in order to take instrumental music? The answer is no. We will teach your child right from scratch. So your child doesn't have to have any musical experience in order to take our instrumental program. We will teach everything right from scratch. The second program that we have available for your children is our vocal program, whose course code is AMV 101. And basically, we teach your child how to sing properly. And again, your child does not have to have any musical background in order to take this course. The last course that we have available for your children is our repertoire program. Our repertoire program runs after school once a week for the entire year. Basically, it's our band program. So any child that wants to be in band will be taking our repertoire course. And band is basically all our concert band instruments. So again, anything in woodwinds, brass, or percussion. So as I said earlier, the repertoire runs once a week for the entire year, and you also get an extra credit for it. So it is a credit-bearing course. So if you do happen to take repertoire in grade 9, you will get 8 credits for your day courses, plus an extra credit because of the after-school band program. Now, one of the big questions that I always get asked right now because of the pandemic is, are we playing instruments in the school? And the answer is yes. We adhere to the Board of Education protocols and public health protocols to keep your children safe within the school while playing instruments. So one of the things that we're doing, we physically distance the kids when they are playing their instruments. So right now we're playing in the cafeteria because it's large enough to physically distance everybody. And we are adhering to a very, very strict regime of sterilizing and sanitizing instruments before and after we play during class. So everything is extraordinarily safe. So hopefully I've answered some of your questions about some of the courses that are available in grade 9 music. And I hope to see you next year in music. Have a great day.
Some of the courses we offer here in the tech program: construction, technological design, hairstyling, hospitality, communication technology, computer engineering and robotics. So if you're interested in any of those careers that I've listed, maybe you want to consider taking tech. Some of the work that we have done this semester, I've included some pictures here for you to take a look. Ask yourself these questions. Do you like working with your hands? Do you hate sitting behind a desk? And do you need to move around? If you answer yes to any of those questions, consider taking tech. Tech Studies Department, real skills for the real world.
An example of a student timetable is as follows. Each semester, students will take 4 courses. The example that's on the screen shows one student with Period 1 English, Period 2 an elective course that they have chosen, Period 3 lunch, Period 4 science, and Period 5 French. They will take those courses every day for the entire semester. In semester 2, this same student has Period 1 math, Period 2 physical and health education, Period 3 lunch, Period 4 an elective they previously have chosen, and geography. You'll notice that we do try to separate math and science. Diploma requirements: 18 compulsory credits, 12 elective credits, 30 credits in total, 40 hours of community involvement, and all students must pass the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. Compulsory credits for graduation include 4 credits in English, 1 credit per grade, 1 credit in French as a second language, 3 credits in mathematics. At least one of those credits must take place in grade 11 or 12. 2 credits in science, 1 credit in Canadian geography, 1 credit in Canadian history, grade 10, 1 credit in the arts, music, visual arts, or drama, 1 credit in health and physical education, 0.5 of a credit in civics and 0.5 of a credit in career studies, and 1 credit in Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. What is expected of our students? Willing to learn independently and in groups. Willing to study abstract ideas and concepts, are self-directed. Discover with experimentation, reading, or listening. Complete homework. Manage your time well and meet your assignment deadlines. Be kind. How can parents stay informed? Look at report cards, learning skills, and report card comments. Talk to your child about their strengths and needs. Consult with teachers who can make recommendations. Make an appointment to speak to a guidance counselor. Student supports. Where can my child go for help? Special education support. Meetings are held in January and February to determine the best program placement. Learning Strategies is a credit course. Other programs, partially integrated for students in community classes who require intensive support. Resource support, a special education teacher provides support on a regular basis during the school year. There's lots of support for our English language learners. ESL courses are available each semester to help students develop proficiency in English, especially in writing. Students are assessed for their level of English proficiency and placed in appropriate classes. ESL students receive accommodations in all of their classes. Other ways for students to get help include math extra help. There are lunch sessions every single day in room 232, Mathify, science extra help, guidance, student success, peer tutoring, which takes place after school in the library, administration, and/or the school social worker. Students will be choosing their courses on their My Blueprint account. An inquiry-based approach, My Blueprint follows a comprehensive education and career planning process that meets the learning needs, interests, and aspirations of all students. Students will be selecting their courses in February. It is very difficult to change courses in September. Talk to your teachers, counselors, older siblings for information as to what electives to choose, and read course descriptions on My Blueprint. Some of the specialty programs that students can look forward to in grade 11 and 12 include Specialist High Skills Major, where students can choose one of 2 pathways, business or health and wellness, Co-op or cooperative education, which is an experiential learning opportunity, OYAP, which stands for Ontario Youth Apprenticeship, where a student can work towards earning some of the competencies required for their Red Seal in any of the trades, and Dual Credits, which is a program where students can participate in a course at a college and earn a credit at SLSS and at the college. The transition from grade 8 to grade 9 is ongoing. On November 3rd, grade 8 students visited SLSS virtually for a virtual tour. On November 22nd, there was student-led Q&A sessions for elementary schools. Guidance staff will visit grade 8 classrooms either virtually or in person in January. The virtual tour and information is posted on the grade 8 student classroom. In December, special education staff will begin conversations. In January 2022, guidance staff will visit grade 8 classrooms to assist with finalizing course plans for grade 9. Course requests are due in My Blueprint by February 25th, 2022 by 4 p.m. Thank you for watching our video. Our virtual school tour is also posted, and don't forget to watch our student intro video. Guidance will be hosting an Instagram Live from 6:45 to 7:45 p.m. on December 9th.
This will be an excellent opportunity to ask questions pertaining to your child's transition to high school in September. We can't wait to meet our future sharks. Swim, sharks, swim!
Thank you, Ms. Rosanellis. We are so excited that you're going to be joining us next September. We are looking forward to welcoming you to our Shark family. This is a great school, and you're going to be part of a great education. Swim, shark, swim.